Cody has a buy or sell for us, our first of 3 this week. You can tell I'm a bit backed up on those. What was the better heel run for Triple H as a competitor and a character? Triple H after winning the WWF title in 1999 to the point right before he tore his quad in 2001, or Triple H as the World Heavyweight Champion from 2002 to 2004? Well, you people know my thoughts on the Reign of Terror. One of my least favorite periods in all of wrestling was that fucking Raw brand from 2002 to 2004. I hated it. Just absolutely hated it. SmackDown was fantastic for much of it. Raw was shit. And Triple H was a big part of why. Triple H in 2000 was maybe the best wrestler in the world. When you look at his in-ring work, his character, just everything about the guy, just coming into his own. Certainly the best heel. That was my favorite incarnation of Triple H. I'm not hating on Triple H. That's the Triple H that I loved. Let's look at his run after winning the title for the first time in 99, right? So he beats Mankind on Raw. This was right after SummerSlam in 99. Now he's the champion. He goes on to marry the boss's daughter in storyline and in real life. He carries the company on his back with The Rock in 2000. Had just a great feud, classic feud with The Rock. The matches they had back and forth, it was great. The Love Triangle with Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Stephanie McMahon. Great storyline that had a very abrupt, terrible finish because Triple H. That's why. But that was great for the time it lasted, I thought. Maybe not as much of a heel during that feud. In fact, it almost felt like Triple H was turning into more of the babyface, but it was still good television. His feud with Austin, when Austin came back from his neck injury, and then later on, the two of them as partners in the two-man power trip. I mean, there was a lot of good stuff, for much of which he was a heel. Like I said, the closest thing to even being remotely construed as a babyface, I think, came during that Kurt Angle, Stephanie, Triple H love triangle. But there was a lot of good stuff in there, right? Now compare that with the Reign of Terror. They did the brand split in 2002, and so they manufactured a second belt to literally hand to Triple H on TV. We got the infamous Katie Vick storyline that Triple H was right smack dab in the middle of. The classically awful matches with Scott Steiner, and who can forget their great pose down on TV, or their classic match at the Royal Rumble in 2003. We had Biker Shorts Triple H, who had a torn groin, could barely wrestle, could barely move, but they still wouldn't take the title off him, even though Goldberg was getting hot, and they missed their moment to put the title on him in that Elimination Chamber match at SummerSlam, and Triple H just had to beat him first. And so then, they had him drop the title to Goldberg in a boring match the month later. It didn't mean hardly anything. None of this made Triple H a better heel. None of this made me hate the Triple H character more. It was frustrating to watch, and to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of the time it was boring. His run made for boring television. I'm not even going to get into what happened to RVD and to Kane and to Booker T because it doesn't really have anything to do with your question. But I hated that period so much. It was the polar opposite of what I enjoyed about Triple H's first real run as a heel, late 99 into 2000. I'm buying that run all day long, and not only am I selling the Reign of Terror, I'm giving it away for free.